Hey horror fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the best horror movies streaming on Amazon Prime right now. Whether you love psychological chills, gory slashers, or supernatural terrors, I've got something for you. Sit tight and grab some popcorn as we count down the top 10 horror movies you can binge tonight. One, The Burning, 1981. Kicking off our list is The Burning, a hidden gem from the 80s slasher era. Set in a summer camp, this film delivers all the classic slasher tropes: innocent campers, a disfigured killer, and creative kills. What makes The Burning stand out is its visceral practical effects and its intense atmosphere. It's also notable for featuring early performances by Jason Alexander and Holly Hunter. While it's often compared to Friday the 13th, The Burning has a more vicious edge. If you're a fan of vintage slashers, this is one you can't miss. 2. Carnival of Souls, 1962. Next up is the hauntingly surreal Carnival of Souls. This low-budget classic tells the story of a woman who survives a car crash, only to be followed by bizarre and terrifying visions. What's so special about Carnival of Souls is its dreamlike quality, with haunting visuals and a sense of dread that creeps up on you. This film is perfect for fans of psychological horror. If you love movies like The Twilight Zone or David Lynch's work, Carnival of Souls will get under your skin. 3. Bones and All, 2022. Now for something a little different, Bones and All, a coming-of-age story with a dark twist. Directed by Luca Guadagnino, this film blends romance and horror, telling the story of two cannibals, played by Taylor Russell and Timothée Chalamet, who are trying to navigate love and survival. It's emotional, disturbing, and beautifully shot. If you're into horror that leans more into human emotions and complex characters, this art house horror film is a must-watch. But be warned, it's not for the faint of heart. 4. Children of the Corn, 1984. Moving on to one of Stephen King's most iconic stories, Children of the Corn. In this movie, a small rural town is terrorized by children who worship a dark entity known as He Who Walks Behind the Rose. With its eerie small-town atmosphere and creepy child cult, Children of the Corn remains a staple of 80s horror. This is classic King, a supernatural slasher with a moral message. If you haven't seen this one yet, now's the time to get creeped out by cornfields. 5. Hereditary, 2018. Now, let's talk about a modern masterpiece, Hereditary. Directed by Ari Aster, this film takes family trauma and twists it into a horrifying supernatural experience. Toni Collette delivers an unforgettable performance as a grieving mother whose family unravels in the most terrifying ways. Why is Hereditary so effective? It's the slow build of tension, the shocking twists, and the deeply disturbing imagery. By the time the film reaches its climax, you'll be gripping the edge of your seat. This movie redefined modern horror and is one of the most unnerving films of the last decade. 6. The Witch, 2015. For fans of slow burn horror, The Witch is a must-watch. Set in 1630s New England, this film follows a Puritan family that is torn apart by paranoia and supernatural forces. Robert Eggers creates an atmosphere of dread from the very beginning, and the movie's dialogue is lifted directly from historical texts, which makes the horror feel eerily real. With its haunting visuals and a chilling performance by Anya Taylor-Joy, The Witch is a powerful exploration of isolation, faith, and fear. 7. Susperia, 2018. Susperia is a visually stunning remake of the 1977 classic. Directed by Luca Guadagnino, this version takes the horror to new artistic heights. The story follows an American dancer who joins a prestigious dance academy that hides dark, supernatural secrets. The choreography and cinematography are mesmerizing, and the horror elements are intense and shocking. This film is not just about scares, it's a work of art. If you're a fan of psychological and atmospheric horror, Susperia is an absolute must-watch. 8. House LLC, 2015. Next on the list is House LLC, a found-footage horror that offers a fresh take on haunted house movies. The film follows a documentary crew investigating the tragic events that occurred at a haunted house attraction. What makes this film stand out is its realistic documentary style and the genuinely creepy moments scattered throughout. It's a low-budget movie with high-impact scares, perfect for fans of found-footage horror. 9. The Lighthouse, 2019. If you're into psychological horror, The Lighthouse is a film you won't want to miss. Starring Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, this movie tells the story of two lighthouse keepers who slowly descend into madness while stranded on a remote island. The black and white cinematography, eerie sound design, and powerhouse performances make this film an unforgettable experience. It's a slow burn descent into insanity, full of tension and eerie moments. 10. Evil Dead, 2013. Wrapping up our list is the 2013 reboot of Evil Dead. This film takes the original's gruesome premise and turns it up to 11. It's filled with blood, gore, and supernatural terror, but also manages to capture the dark humor that made the original Evil Dead a cult classic. This reboot is intense and terrifying, perfect for fans of supernatural horror who can handle a lot of gore. That's a wrap on my top 10 horror movies streaming on Amazon Prime right now. Which ones are you adding to your watch list? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for more spooky recommendations. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay scared.